So ladies, welcome to Friday morning's animal movement based workout. Those of you that are with me already, just start rolling the shoulders forward, trying to get that lower back to loosen up as well. You'll gradually make the movement that little bit bigger. And when you're ready, you can start going back the other way. Same thing. And you can do either one of those at whatever pace sort of suits you. Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've worked on a couple of animal movements. We're going to sort of combine them together a little bit today. So we'll see how we get on. But please remember that this type of session is all about weird and wonderful movements. So don't worry if you feel like you're not particularly good at something. Just laugh and give it a go. Right, team. So now just arms out, twist the thumbs out, just go from side to side. That's it. Just really feel those shoulders. Now, because we are recording and this will be uploaded, I'm just going to mute you all. There we go. Mute all. So nobody has to worry about saying anything that they shouldn't say, and we can still upload this so everybody gets to enjoy it later. Now, one of my favourite starts to this is something we worked on last week. So it's a little sink in the knees. You're going to turn over and really trying to hinge as much as you can. Then you're going to keep folding. Don't worry about the back bending. Get as low as you can. Really just allow yourself to sink right down. Your feet are nice and close together, and you're going to try and drop down into a low, deep, narrow squat as much as you can. You can use your arms to counterbalance. Then you're going to rock onto the toes. You're going to rock onto the toes here. Lean back. Get back up. Get the feet flat. Lean back. Straight back up onto the toes, where we're then going to rock straight back onto the heels. We then try and straighten the legs. Come all the way back up by squeezing those hamstrings. And then rotate and squeeze that back and those shoulders. That's it. And then we repeat again. So this time, if I do it this way, we hinge. Go all the way down. Bend at the knees for a deep, narrow squat, whatever that may be for you. Rock forward onto the knees, lean back, back up, feet flat on the floor, back, up onto the toes again, rock back into that squat, straighten the legs, and then start to pull yourself back up with a big squeeze of the back of the shoulders, and then back up. Now, I just want you, a great thing that I love about animal movements as opposed to yoga is it's a bit more fast paced. So you can start now pushing that pace that little bit more, just trying to move those end ranges. So we just come down, feel it there, drop, down into that deep squat position, onto the knees, back, onto the toes, back, straight back up, rock back, straighten those legs, up, big squeeze, straight back down. And feel the movement. So as you go through, really try and make sure that you're really trying to feel those hamstrings. As you come back up, try and feel the squeeze of those hamstrings to get yourself back up. So really start playing around with it and seeing what we can do. That's it, ladies. Good. Really good stuff. Nice, folks, that's it. And one more time for me. So, hinging forward, all the way down, down into that narrow squat, rock forward, lean back, up, feet underneath, lean back, coming up, straighten those up, big squeeze. Lovely. Now I just want you to get you squat down, get right down into that deep squat, whatever that may be for you. So your stance can vary as an individual. Some of you might need to use a chair or a couch to help yourself sit back a little bit more. Nice big strong knees, really get the elbows between. Lift that chest and then just try and rock one knee over that foot that little bit more. Same on the other side, just give it a little rock either way. At any point, if you need to stand up, shake the legs out, you can do. And if you've got any major knee or ankle problems, you can maybe focus more on what we were doing beforehand, just sort of keeping yourself back in this position. or you can sink into a split squat position. So it's like this, and you focus on that knee rotation. So you can take the pressure off if you need to. Good. Now, no matter what, stand up, shake your legs out. Get back down into that squat position. And now we're going to walk forward. Walk forward. Nice big strong knee. Drive from side to side. That's it. This looks fabulous. So if I'm here, I'll be down in this position here. Let's get into that squat. I come forward. Notice how, I don't know if you can see that, my rear knee doesn't touch the floor. Here, come forward. Here. And really try and push that wide. That's it. Feel how weird that is for the hip and for the knee. Now, Wim, if you've got to worry about your hip, what I want you doing is practicing a nice static crawl. So just take your knees off the floor and just see if you can keep that tension through the shoulders in the midsection. That's it, guys. You can stand up and shake your legs out as much as you need to. Shake them out. Then get ready to go again. Squatting back down. Here and squeeze. That's it. Really working those hips. Really great movement for the hips, for the knees, asking for a lot of strength and mobility throughout. So again, making sure that we get those nice wide stance. We're flowing from one knee to the other. Just another couple of seconds, folks. So try it one more time. Squatting down here, coming forward onto that toe. Get that other leg and knee forward here. Go, 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 go. That's it. Good, stop it there. Shake your legs out. Now back down into that deep squat and just feel, does that feel a little bit easier, same, better, worse? Doesn't matter either way. Elbows between, lift that chest, shuffle over that foot a little bit more. Just a quick test. Wonderful. Now one more time, squatting down, coming forward in that horse stance. That's it, last time. That looks fabulous. How are we getting on at home on demand? So weird and wonderful movements, and sometimes it feels like you're just not getting anywhere with them, and that's fine. You're doing really well. Right, folks, so static beast, loaded beast, and beast reach. Those of you that are joining us for the first time are going to be thinking, what on earth are you talking about? Even if you've done it before, you probably won't remember things. So first thing I want you to do is get onto all fours. Take your knees off the ground and hold that position. So we're there. And as you take the knees off the ground, I want you to think lift with the abs. So really try and get the abs to lift up as high as you can. Get those to be the things that are holding us and supporting us. So into that position. That's our static beast. Now we're going to sit back into our hips, into a loaded beast position, where we drop right down, the knees come off and come onto the floor. And then we go into a beast reach, which is where we drive over, get our shoulders in front of the hands as much as we can. Hold it there. Now those of you that have done gymnastics or anything like that before, you might think of this as a planche. So it's all about knees coming off the floor. We're in a straight line from the toes up to the shoulder. And you want the shoulder as far over the hands as much as you can test it. Really try and push things over. Then use that midsection to keep things tight. That's it, guys. Don't move. Keep going, Gemma. That's it. Tuck in those elbows. Tighten up the wrists and the shoulders to make that nice and strong. And relax. Beautiful. So we're going to try that again. We don't need long to rest. Back into that static beast position here. Knees off the floor. Really using that body's natural core, that core to lift things up. Then we're going to sit back into that loaded beast. So knees go on the floor. We sit right back. Now go forward into beast reach. Knees come off the floor. And shoulders, how far in front of your hands can you push those shoulders? Hold that there. Now whilst we're going there, to make things a little bit more challenging if you want to, tuck a knee into the elbow and hold. Tuck in. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. So you can keep count of that in your head just whilst I explain a few things. I don't just want you to get the knee up and close to the elbow. I want you to get it up and squeeze it to the elbow. Really try and squeeze that knee as close to the elbow as you possibly can. And use that midsection to have to support everything. Quick count and then straight back one after the other. Right guys, little relax, leave it there. Get ready to go again, static B. So we're here, knees off the floor. Using that midsection. Now knees go on the floor, we sit right back into loaded beast. Then we drive forward, knees come off the floor, and we get our shoulders as far in front of those hands as we possibly can. Now we start tucking in those knees. Go, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, 5. So keep going, we're going to keep trying this for another 30 seconds. It's really important that you tuck in that elbow to help support the wrist as much as you can and really get those shoulders as far in front of the hands as you possibly can. So that's what we're looking for. We don't just want that plank position, we want to try and get that shoulder as far in front as we can. And making sure that we load the wrists through the elbows and the shoulder is really important. Something else to think about, keep going, don't stop, keep going. Something else to think about is how often do you put weight through your hands like this? So it takes, just like a lot of these movements, it takes a little bit of strengthening and a little bit of getting used to. 3, 2, 1, stop. Now you're sort of knowing what I was saying when I was talking about the challenging side of things on the animal movements. Right guys, get ready to do that one more time. 3, 2, 1, static here, knees off, hold that position. Making sure that those elbows are tucked in. So we've loaded the shoulder and the wrist correctly. Then we sit back into loaded beast, back and drive forward. Knees come off the floor, really try and push those shoulders over those wrists as much as you possibly can. Some of you may need to now at this point just stay in the plank position. That's fine, it depends on how strong your wrists are. Now try and tuck in your knees. Let's go, tuck as close to the elbow as possible. And a little exhale for me as we crunch. Keep that going for me, guys. We're going to do that for another 20 seconds. So keep pushing. That's it. Anyone who's really starting to feel it on the wrist now, if you need to, you can just shake them out. It's up to you. If not, you've got another 10 seconds. So keep that going. Trying to squeeze the knees. Now, don't think of these aches and pains in the knees and the wrists and the shoulders as you not being able to do it. It just means there's a bit of mobility and strength that we've got to work on. So it's a good thing. It's something to work on. 3, 2, 1. Rest it there. Shake it out. Now, just whilst you watch what I'm doing and you have a little moment, we're starting in this loaded beast position here. We're going to pull the knee through and kick out. Just like so. Pull the knee through, kick out. And we're just going to alternate between sides. Now, what's important? How we load that wrist, what we do with that elbow and that shoulder. It's really important that we keep that external rotation. So, into that loaded position, folks, you can now start giving it a go. Knees come off the floor. Drive the knee through. The elbow stays tucked in, real tight to my body. And then we kick out here. And then we switch. Kick. 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 Just for the next 45 to 60 seconds, you're just going to play with that. So give it a go. Keep your knee as close to the ground without touching the ground as possible at all times. Kick out. That's it. And switch round. I also want your elbow to stay as close to your torso at all times. So we want to keep that in there. Keep that elbow in nice and tight. So anyone that's not quite sure, if you keep watching what I'm doing, I'm here in this position. Notice as I come round, look how close my elbow is to my torso. See that? Really nice and close. We tuck in and we swap round. Bang. 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 If I change the angle and I do it this way. Weird and wonderful. Now to make that a little bit more complicated, we're going to add a crab reach on there. So we're here, we kick through there, we drive up through the glute and reach round, straight back, round, up, drive and reach. Now with this, really squeeze that bum to get those hips up as high as possible. That's what this is all about. And then reach round, feel that stretch across that torso. So we're in that crab position. We pull that knee through here. Notice how my hips are upward there. Then I drive through the hips and reach round here. Now you can alternate, but I'm going to do one side just so that you can see every time. My knees aren't on the floor. I pull the knee through. My foot is now flat on the floor, this one. And then I drive through that bum and reach round here. Then tuck back round. Same again, so you can alternate. I'll keep doing the same side so you can see here. This foot is flat on the floor. Squeeze the bum, reach round. That's it, Gemma. That looks fabulous. So these are weird and they're wonderful, but they're so good. Sabina, if you can try and get your hips right up for me by squeezing that glute as much as you can. Gem, just keep trying. You're doing exactly what you should be doing. That's it, Wim. Really nice. Good. Squeeze that bum, Wim. Tina, perfect. Good, Annie. What we'll do is we'll just pretend a couple other people aren't doing as well as Gem as well. Yeah, guys. Yeah, keep improving. Keep going. Right, so keep that going, keep practicing. We're just going to do about another 20 seconds. Now as you start to feel more confident with the movement, start improving the pace. So again, I'll just demonstrate, just coming through. As I start to feel more confident, I can drive through. All right, so just start flowing through. Start trying to push that pace a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. That's it, guys. Good. Now, one we did last week, it's real simple. This is just a push-up. Jem, just be careful on your shoulder on this one. But this time, we really want to push those ranges. So whether we're doing it from our knees, our toes, or if we need to, we can use a couch to take pressure off. We don't only just want to get the push-up like normal. We want to make sure that we squeeze the shoulder blades together as much as possible on the way down, to really pull the shoulders and the shoulder blades back. And then as we push away and we get to the top, we want to try and squeeze and pull our shoulder blades apart as much as possible, getting our spine to touch the ceiling. Right, guys, so again, another 60 seconds just to play with the movement. I'll be talking as we go through. 3, 2, 1. So into that push-up position. You start by driving your spine up towards the ceiling as much as you can. You then load down, making sure that the shoulders stay over the hands and really squeeze the shoulder blades together as much as you can. Then press, push the shoulder blades apart, really trying to drive your hands into the ground. Load back down, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades as early as you can. Tap, drive straight back up, drive. So keep practicing, keep going. On the way down, you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades as close together as early as possible. You're also trying to make sure that your shoulders remain over the hands. So we should be in this position at all times. We don't want those elbows winging out, and we don't want our hands up above our shoulders. So really trying to push it here. Then as we drive back up, even when we get to the top of the push-up, I really want you to focus on driving the hands into the ground as hard as possible to push the center of that back as high as possible. This is a really tough way of doing push-ups, but you'll really start to feel it in a different manner. 3, 2, 1, just shake those arms out a little bit more. Now, just whilst you're resting, I'm going to run over a couple of real key points. So we're here. Remember, you can choose to do this on the floor, on your knees, on your toes, on the couch, however you want to make it happen. But what's important is that early on, we're trying to drive our palms into the ground as hard as we possibly can. We can use an exhale to amplify. Then as we come down, we sink through the torso first. See how my shoulders come together. Then I load down. Notice how my shoulders come over my hands. Tap, straight back up, push. So really trying to get that contraction as much as you possibly can at any one time. Get yourself ready, guys. Another 60 seconds. You can stop and rest at any point. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So that's what we're pushing for. So we're here, that's it, drive up. Really trying to push our spine to the ceiling, drive through those forearms, through those wrists, down. Keeping the shoulders back, squeeze up. Now what's important again, folks, when we're using those wrists as much as we are, we keep those elbows tucked in. It's that external rotation that allows us to load that chain correctly. If we have those elbows winging out and we're starting to internally rotate, the wrist and the shoulder do not like it. So keep everything tucked in nice and tight. That's it, folks. Keep going. Just try a couple more reps. And perfect. So those of you that have done these before with me, and those of you that it's the first time doing it, you'll quickly realize how weird so many of these movements are and how it pushes the body and the weaknesses of the body, probably in a way that you haven't experienced before, because it's a little bit out there. We also spend the first part of the session building up to something more intensive. So the last few movements that we've done, we're going to start combining together along with something else as well as we start to increase the intensity. So we've done our under switch where we kick out. That's this one here, there, keeping everything tucked in nice and tight. Then we take it a step further by adding in that under switch and then reach straight back down. And then finally, we've got our strict push up. So 3 movements. Now we're going to do 60 seconds of each non-stop now. And it's all about how fast can you control the movement and how much control can you show at any one time. So as you start to get more and more confidence with the movements, start speeding it up, start trying to push things out a little bit further. Get yourself ready, folks. Don't worry about if you're good or not so good. Just give it a go and laugh about it. 3, 2, 1. So we start with our under switch here. Bang, bang, bang. Remember, as we kick that leg through, we're flat on that bent knee foot. We've got that elbow on the floor tucked in nice and tight. That's it, good. And we're just switching, switch. And as you gain in confidence, start to try and feel the movement. Start to try and speed it up. How much more fluent, how much more elegant can you make the movement? Gemma, that's actually 10 times better than what it was. What I want you to try and do is keep twisting the hips round a bit more for me. So as you kick the leg through, twist the hips round. That's it. Now get the bum lower to the floor. That's it, guys. Keep going. Gemma, I want you to stay on that movement for now. I'm going to come back with a couple of points. Guys, get ready to add in that crab reach. 3, 2, 1. So we keep with the under switch, add the crab reach. That's it. So as we switch round, we drive through those hips and reach round as far as we can. Gemma, I want you to watch me and look at my hip position. So I'm here, there. I put my leg through. Look how low my bum is. And look how close my elbow is to my torso. So I'm sitting back into the movement as opposed to being out here. Sit back and then come back in. Crawl, kick, crawl, kick. That's it, guys. Those of you that add in that kick and then reach, keep going. You've got another 20 seconds. That's it. Keep that other hand off the floor, Gemma, when you're in the middle of it. Guys, you are nailing this. Get yourself ready to go into those strict push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Load down. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Drive up. Pull those shoulders round. Load down, squeeze, load down, squeeze. Really try and pinch those shoulder blades as early on as you can and get all the way down. We want to be in a straight line from our point of contact with the floor to the shoulder regardless. So give those hips a little tuck underneath and make sure we're using that midsection. So we should make sure that our chest is the first thing to touch the ground, not our stomach or our hips. We want to try and get that chest down first. Another 20 seconds just to keep trying to move for me. Here. squeeze. Really pull everything about. Shoulders together, shoulders over the hands, down, squeeze. Try and get those shoulders the first thing. 3, 2, 1. Now straight back to the beginning. On all fours, kick through, kick through, kick through. Notice again, I'm flat on this foot. This hand stays off the ground. I'm tucked in nice and tight to this elbow. This is my end position. Gemma, this is a position I want you to try and get in. That's it. Bum off the floor. Where's your foot? Where's my foot? My foot's much lower. That's it. That's better. Elbow tucked in. Elbow tucked in. Bum down but not touching the floor. And we swap round. Keep going, folks. That's it. Swapping round. Swapping round. Get yourself ready. I want you to start trying to push things that little bit faster now if you can. Keep going from side to side. That's it. Side to side. Side to side. 3, 2, 1. Add in that crab reach. We're round. Oop. Round and up. Bang. On this one, really, as you drive your hips up, press through that foot that's on the ground. Gemma, keep going. Keep going. I need my entertainment. Keep going. Now, what I want you to do, Gem, if you can't get the rotation and you don't feel quite confident enough in it, I want you to start from this position, push your bum up and back down, one-handed. Bum up, back down. Fine, no problem at all. What I'd like you to do then instead, Gemma, is go back to what we were doing at the start. So squat down and reach forward. That's it. Good, folks, keep going. Now get that swap round, one after the other. Get that reach in there. Swap round, reach in there. That's it. Swap round, reach in there. Swap round, reach. That's it. Good. Really good. Keep that going. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Into those push-ups for me. Shoulders over those hands. Squeeze up. Remember, elbows stay tucked in. Shoulders go over the hands at all point. We're supposed to look daft when doing these movements, particularly if it's the first few times that we've done them. Squeeze up, try and squeeze those shoulder blades as early as you can. I need you to keep going for me and just keep moving, just keep trying to push. Focus, squeeze, drive straight back up. That's it. Focus, squeeze, drive straight back up. Now we're going to add in and throw in now one more movement to really make things difficult. I did this once last week. It is an absolute pain. So we start up standing here. Our finish position is down here into that split squat position. So this is me from one side. This is me from the other side. So I'm there. All right. So my bum is nice and on my heel. My foot here. My knee is just over the foot. And I'm up. I'm there. There. One after the other. So that's what I want you to start doing. One side. Now take it nice and steady. You don't have to add the jump in if you're not quite there yet. So we can just focus on sitting down, standing up. Sitting down, standing up. Sitting down, standing up. Now as you increase your movement, your strength in range and your mobility, you can start adding in that power movement a little bit more. So we're here, up, here, up, here, up. That's it, guys. Right, so we're going to do the same side for another 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So whether you're here, whether you're taking it even easier on the movement front and you're just dropping up and down, or maybe you're really going full throttle and you're trying to add in that jump, that's entirely up to you. Oh, this burns. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Swap it round onto the next side. So we're dropping down. This is my other side. Here, this is where I am. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it, guys. Good. Keep going. One after the other. Now, if you want to push it and you feel like you've got the strength, remember, sit back onto that hip, onto that heel, stand up. Sit back up onto that heel, stand up. 3, 2, 1. Now back to what we were doing at the start. Gemma, your favourite. So that crawl position, come round. Come round. Come round. Just 20 seconds each and every time now. That's it, Gem. Walk forward, focus on that horse. That's it, guys. So crab forward. Under switch kick. 10 seconds to go. So here, drive, 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 drive. That's it. 3, 2, 1, drive and reach back down. Now really start trying to squeeze, get those hips as high as you can by pushing through that bum. Try and reach round as far as you can. 3, 2, 1, into those push-ups for me. Over, squeeze, over, squeeze. That's it, guys. Good. Keep that going. 5 seconds. Just keep pushing for me. 3, 2, 1. Choose one side. Drop down. Drive up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, if it's too much, drop down, sit, drive straight back up. Drop down, sit, drive straight back up. 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. Drop down, sit, drive straight back up. Drop down, sit, drive straight back up. If I do it from this side, drop down, sit, straight back up. If you've got that power, if you've got that strength in range, really push it, because this burns. 3, 2, 1. One more time, 20 seconds of each. You ready? Let's go. Push. Gemma, those horse walks will feel great after those. Keep going. That's it. 20 seconds of time. That's it, guys. Good. Keep going. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Kick and add that crab reach in. Oh, getting a bit sloppy there. That's it. 3, 2, 1. From there into those strict push-ups. Really trying to push that range. That's it. Focus on that quality. Not how many you can do, but how hard you can push it. Tuck in those elbows. Keep it in nice and tight. Three, 2, 1. Into those split squats. Remember, we can sit back and just bounce up and down, driving through that front heel. We can take it a step further by trying to sit on that rear foot and stand up. Sit on that rear foot, stand up. Or we can put even more power into it and get that jump in there. 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. Here we go. So sit on that rear foot, up. Sit on that rear foot, up. If we can add in that jump, bang, bang, bang. Even better. Now that is a really powerful extreme movement. So keep going and keep pushing. That's it, guys. Nice improv, Wim. Like that. Good effort. Keep your toe tucked underneath, Sabina. Sit toe tucked underneath at all times on that rear foot. Your toe needs to be tucked underneath. This toe here, tucked underneath. 3, 2, 1, time. Well done, ladies. And we will leave it there for this morning. Right, guys. So, just grab yourself a quick drink. I'm going to take you all off mute very shortly. I'm just going to round this up. Ladies and gents who have joined me on demand, please use the time to slow down or the Rev Mobility Now to make sure that you cool yourself down nicely. The best way to make sure that you look after yourself is to move daily and flood the body full of nutrients. So check everything out that's available to you on the online hub. I hope you enjoyed this. They're going to keep getting better and more intense with each and every week. So we will see you again next week. Thank you very much.